What's happening, everybody? Chrispy Divine Central Mass Vapors. Thank you so much for joining me today. So, check this out. Today, and for the rest of my existence on YouTube, we're going to start doing things a whole different way. Today, because things are going to be completely off the cuff like they normally are, I never have a script. It's going to be about me talking about a couple things that I love, but also going to talk about something that really irritates me. I've already done this video. I've already gone ahead and, recorded it. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of show you guys to the door. And when you open it, it's going to be another Chrispy Divine. It's going to be me talking about something that really boils me. Does that even make any sense? I don't know, but you'll understand after this video. So why don't you guys head over to the other room where I'm all pissed off and have fun listening to me banter, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about something else. Peace. And call us names and say we look dumb, and to say the whole thing of vaping is stupid and we're dumb for caring about it so much or whatever. And it really irritates me, because I think that when you're passionate about something, it shouldn't really matter what it is. People get crazy about a lot of things. I mean, think about it. You got people that are competitive eaters, people that collect coins, you got people that collect candles, postcards, stuff like that. I mean, to me, it sounds crazy that somebody would spend all their life looking up and collecting postcards. Like, to me, it's like, well, what are you going to do with them? But I don't think it's bad. I think it's cool if that's what you're into. So I can't believe that people want to get all negative about vaping, because not only is it something that's fun and it's interesting, and there's a lot that goes into actually, doing it. And not to mention all the juices and the technology and the innovation and all that crap, or good stuff, crap, whatever. I use that word all the time. But anyway, aside from all of that, it's something that we feel passionate about because it helped us quit smoking, something that most people like us don't think they'll ever do, So it aggravates me to see people talk shit. The people that aren't out there, I should say, that all they do is believe what they hear, and they see something on TV and they think it's real because a newscaster said it, or Dr. Phil said it, or whatever. It's like, give me a break. It's like, think for yourself, do some research, like, listen to the people that are actually doing it. Do you think, it's like funny because it's like the same people that will say, oh, this, that, and the other thing is bad for you, are sitting there with like vodka in their hand or a cheeseburger in their hand. You know what I'm saying? You have a lot of nerve, sitting there judging me when you're sitting there doing that. It's like, it boggles my mind. But anyway, it just touches a nerve sometimes, because, we hear a lot of things about people being bullied about stuff that actually is life-changing to them, and granted, this is a little bit different than that. I'm not trying to compare the two, but when it's all said and done, you're still putting people down for something that they care about, and then if you get angry about it and you write something back to them, then all of a sudden you're butthurt about it, and, and that's why I don't even do it. I don't respond to it, because I just know there's no winning those situations. So with that said, if you're out there and you are getting fucking shit from people in your family, or you're getting shit from your friends, or you're getting shit from coworkers, don't feed the trolls. Just let them have their way. Tell them to read something other than their mass-produced news crap. Maybe give them a link to something that can basically, like, say, if you really care, because 9 times out of 10 they ain't gonna look at it because they don't really care. They're just jealous because you found something that you love. Especially the smokers. Those are the best people. People with a cigarette hanging in their mouth getting shitting on you because you're vaping, and they want to try to tell you why smoking is better. It's just absolute garbage. Obviously, there are other things that we need to be worried about, so I'm not saying this should consume you, but it is one of those things that just grinds my gears, because it's like, you can't be happy about anything without somebody shitting on you. So I got one more thing to kind of bitch about, and then we'll end my little rant. Let me take a vape. Here's another thing that I wanted to kind of throw out there. The other day, I seen a post from somebody that I was friends with, and it was of a company that was going basically out of their way to create a marketing scheme or marketing thing that was based around making their juice look like crayons, or there was some sort of kiddie stuff. Now, what is wrong with you? You know, it's like there has got to be something wrong with people that would think that that's appropriate. Now, one thing that I wish that the FDA or whoever these people are that can like look at stuff and make decisions about that would look at the comments or would look at how the community reacts to stuff like that. We do not want that crap in our life, you know? It's not something that we will support, you know? Immediately people were just like, you know, take this down, it's not appropriate, you know, blah, 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 just going off on tangents. It's like, you know, can't you see that we as the people that are using this stuff do not support any type of crap like that? I mean, you probably don't see that in the cigarette world. You know, when Joe Camel came out, I'm sure that they didn't say like, oh no, we shouldn't put that because it's, you know, geared towards children. Or when, you know, the new, you know, Tootsie Roll vodka comes out, you know, and that's what their big thing is. These people want to say, oh, well, you know, the vodka and, you know, people should look at their kids and, you know, it's not my responsibility. Absolutely. I get it. That's very true. Other, you know, products absolutely do gear their marketing towards children. And obviously the vaping world, for the majority, does not do that. However, who cares? Like, we cannot focus. That's not an argument that makes things better. You know, there are some really awesome companies out there that did make this change, and they changed their classic labels to change it to make it more appropriate for what we're going through right now, okay? If they can do it, anybody can do it. You know, it doesn't take much to swallow your pride or to say to yourself, yeah, I understand this was my vision. This is what my, you know, what I want to see on my labels. But that's not what we can do right now, because this is the bigger picture says this is not what we should do. So play ball for now and then move on. So all you jerks out there who are arguing your little arguments about what, you know, other people are doing and about parents watching their kids, you're absolutely right. I don't disagree with you. But who cares? At the end of the day, that is not going to win the fight. Winning the fight is show them that we are willing to play ball. And then, after it's all said and done, you know, maybe there's more, you know, time to fight about it and figure out what you can do. But I'm sorry, putting a cartoon character on your bottles of e-liquid is not worth having the entire fucking industry shut down. Am I right? Need a vape? I do. Guys, now that you've seen that Chrispy Divine go off on a tangent about God knows what, now we're going to talk about kind of something fun. And I'm not going to spend too much time on this stuff because this will be dedicated to a different video. But I wanted to give you guys kind of like an intro to that video because there's going to be like a lot of stuff to talk about in that video, okay? So it's been a long time coming. I've never done a full video on Avid Life or AV Life or whatever. I have one of the biggest followings in the whole vape communities and industry or whatever, and for good reason. They put out these immaculate products, these absolutely beautiful, beautiful mechanical mods, and rumor has it that they have a box in the making. They've got their own wire, they've got their own cloth for shining up these beautiful things. You know, they have their own RDA, they have their own top caps. And when they talk about top caps, you know, you talk about this bad boy, this is a Mod Father top cap. They got like 3 or 4 different ones of that. I don't know exactly how many. We'll talk about it a little bit more at depth. But I do want to dedicate a whole video to Avid Life, and I want to talk about the different mods that they have, and you know, a little bit more about the following that they have as well. Because to me, stuff like that really gets me going, like things that have a following, a cult following. To me, that's the coolest type of fucking thing, because it means that there's a group of people that have the same brain when it comes to talking about this stuff, and they love it, and they're faithful, and they're true and true to that company or to that movie or whatever the case may be. I'm not going to go all deep into this right now. I just wanted to show you guys what I got. This was my second Avid Life piece, okay? I do have another one I'll show you guys next time, and I'm working on getting a third one for myself, and we'll talk a lot more about the following, about the community that goes behind this stuff, and a couple of the different mods and how special they are, and pricing and where you can get them. So we'll meet back here in like a week or so, and I'm going to make a whole other video that talks all about Avid Life and the mods that they carry and the different things that they offer. And then we'll talk a lot about the Exome University and the juices from Madison Vape Company. And then in another video, we're going to talk about the awesome Snapdragon 1.5 by Eden. At some point in the future, we're going to talk really heavily on my newfound love for Genesis style atomizers and the whole freaking following of high-end mods and the crazy prices people are paying and how cool I think it is. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Remember, all this is fun and good, but we have a huge problem on our hands, and vaping is very much at risk at becoming another another victim of big tobacco, big pharma, and all the crap, and the FDA and the freaking government and all that stuff. It's looking really scary, and if you want to help, you should be already involved. You should be doing whatever Kazaa tells you to do, making phone calls, sharing, and doing all the things that we should do to help, make this stuff go away. And also remember to support your local brick and mortar stores because these are the people that are going to be hit the hardest of these small mom and pop businesses. So please run to your local brick and mortar, buy what you need, and do what you can to fight for your right to vape, because not anybody is going to do it for you. Right? Okay. So I'm gonna dance out and I'm gonna take another hit.